Press rights let me decide what's true, not somebody else.
Press freedoms is important to me because not speaking about the truths you've seen is just as bad as lying about them.
Freedom of the press unhinges oppression so that we can speak against the unjust and speak for those who are without voice.
Without journalists telling us what is and what isn't the truth, then everyone that we look up to could be lying to us.
Journalism is a brotherly figure to freedom of speech, and without it, I am not a journalist and I am not a citizen.
What good do the news media serve if they submit to the very institutions that they are expected to hold accountable?
If my voice can't be heard freely, why even speak? You can't put a limit on my God-given rights.
Freedom of the press has given me the ability to gain an understanding of the truth, as well as the aspiration to help give this freedom to people everywhere. That is why it is so important to me, not only as a student journalist, but as a citizen of the world.
Nothing is more powerful than the written word. It moves us to action as well as to tears. Freedom of press means that if ever someone needs to speak, they will be heard, their voice unbounded by time or space.
The freedom of the press encompasses the freedoms of speech and expression that many take for granted. Without these freedoms, the press can hardly serve a legitimate purpose. A commitment to press rights and the absence of mindless censorship uphold a commitment to the freedom of all speech, all expression, and the right of every person to know the truth and how that truth applies to his or her life.
Student press rights are important because it allows students just like me to share our views and our opinions with the world.
Without free press, there is no change. There is no awareness and there is no compassion for others. Without free press, there are only empty-minded people trapped in a world of fear.
The rights that journalists have are reflective of the views, opinions, culture, and freedoms of the society. If, as a journalist, I have no rights, then as a person, I have no freedoms.
As a journalism teacher, freedom of the press is important to me because of the watchdog function of journalists, guarding against abuses of power.
The ability to speak is what makes us human. The ability to speak freely against evils and corruption is what makes us citizens.
Henry Anatole Grunwald once said, "Journalism can never be silent. That is its greatest virtue and its greatest fault. It must speak and speak immediately while the echoes of wonder, the claims of triumph, and the signs of horror are still in the air. And that is why I support press freedom."